Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm someone who feels like they always have to be productive or productive in my own version of productive. So I always have to be working on something. I have hopes and dreams that I want to achieve, and I feel unless I'm spending all of my spare sort of free time working towards trying to achieve that, then I'm not being productive, I'm wasting all of my time, and I'm never going to achieve anything. And I think there are a lot of people who have that sort of mindset where we feel we have to be productive all the time. We always have to be busy, we have to be doing things, not making it seem, but always feeling like we're working on stuff. And for me, I think it's probably partly linked to my eating disorder and feeling like there were a lot of years that I spent, in and out of hospital, relapsing, revolving door. I first went into hospital when I was 19. I then spent pretty much the next 4 years in and out of hospital, and I think I feel like I lost those years. And even then, when I was, when I came out when I was like 23, I still wasn't really living. I was just kind of managing as such. So I think I've felt like there have been a lot of lost years. So it makes it even more important to me that I make the most of every single opportunity, every single second of the day, and that always has to be being productive. Quite frankly, it doesn't happen. I'm not always productive, or what my own version of productive is. See, that's the other thing with being productive. They're rules that I have set myself. No one else has told me, you have to do this or you have to do that. It is me telling myself that these are my rules around being productive, and I can't break them, and I must do them. And when I do break them, because there are times where, I think, oh God, I can't be bothered, or I don't know what to do to be productive. So I end up not doing them, and then I will feel really guilty, really anxious, thinking, oh, I've not been productive, and I'm never going to achieve anything, and I'll never achieve my hopes and dreams, and life is wasted, another more wasted time. And with that, I appreciate that my thinking is very, very all or nothing. I'm either being productive and, I either do it all, or if I'm not being productive, it's completely nothing. Everything is a waste of time. Everything is useless. So it's very all or nothing. And I think that's the case with my thinking a lot. And I know it's often very typical in eating disorders for people to be very all or nothing in their thinking. It's black or white. There's no grey middle ground. And for me, it's kind of about trying to accept that there is middle ground. And just because you're not being productive all of the time, or because, you have a day where you're not doing anything, that is okay. That doesn't mean, you're never going to achieve your dreams or your hopes, or you're completely never ever going to be productive. It's just having a day off. And recently, with like COVID and lockdown, I've kind of changed my thinking around being productive and wanting to do it 100% and sacrificing everything in order to be productive, because I would sacrifice everything. I would, not spend time with my family. I would, my productive work would always come first, because any time not spent doing that wouldn't be productive. But for me now, like, actually, there's nothing more productive than spending time with my family and my friends. That is the best use of time. And I try and, I think to myself, in 10 years' time or whatever, am I going to regret not working more, or am I going to regret not spending those moments and those opportunities with the people I love? So, like, for instance, now I will say to my mum, do you want to play a game, or just, sit and relax with her? That is far more better time spent than time, sat on my computer trying to think that I'm being productive. So yeah, as I say, they are rules that I've imposed on myself, and I'm breaking those rules now with regards to my family and also with my friends. Like, I would never have turned down an opportunity to see my friends or go out with them, but then if I spent the day with them, I would then, I would feel guilty at that evening, thinking, oh, I've wasted the day, I've not done any of my work. But actually, being with friends isn't a wasted time, it's the best time, and that is productive in itself. And I wrote a blog about this recently, so I'll put the link in the description box. But someone actually commented on my blog, and it was a really useful comment. And it was like, we need to kind of change our, look at it in a different way, look at it in an alternative way. And it's generally the eating disorder that makes us think that resting time, or time when we're not doing stuff, is wasted time. It's an kind of an eating disorder thought, although I appreciate, loads of many people out there in the world, feel like if they're not on the go all of the time and they're not being productive, that, the world's going to end. But it is about, trying to change the way we think of it, and actually by constantly working and pushing ourselves and always trying to do stuff, we miss the little moments, we miss the opportunities of happiness. Yes, it is important, I think, to, have hopes, have dreams, work hard, have dedication, discipline and all that, but not to the sacrifice of everything else, not to the point where, that occupies your whole life and you miss out on things because you're too focused on that, and you miss out on the little moments of happiness, like, I don't know, going for a walk in the sun or whatever that is. It's important to enjoy, because you can be working towards your dreams, you can be being productive, but you can also have pleasure and enjoyment and relaxation along the way. And that is the thing with anorexia. It doesn't like you to rest, it doesn't like you to relax, it makes you feel lazy, guilty, stressed, anxious. So I think that's where probably I've channeled my productive work, because I'm not, giving into anorexia how I used to, when I would give it weight loss and exercise and everything, I would give it all to anorexia. And now it's kind of, okay, I'm not doing that, but I'm giving it all to being productive and my work of productive. And it is about finding a balance, and allowing yourself those moments where you can relax or be happy. And it's something I find really difficult. As I say, I can now spend time with my family and my friends, but actually allowing myself time, just to, I don't know, sit and watch the TV during the daytime, I could not, like that. I couldn't do that. I want to work on being able to do that. Or things like having hobbies. I used to bake a lot, cook a lot. I loved it, still love it. But for me now, it's like, well, I haven't got time to do that, because if I spend an hour baking a cake, that's not an hour doing my productive work, my achieving my hopes and dreams work. But yeah, this was a bit of a blabble, a bit of a rant. Sorry, completely kind of pointless video, but I just wanted to share it, because it's something I do struggle with a lot, this feeling of always needing to be productive and feeling like if I'm not doing it, I'm never going to get anywhere, and I need to make up for the lost time and make sure I don't lose any more time. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, whether you feel the same as me, whether you've got alternative ways that you look at productivity, or if whatever your thoughts are. Thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and sorry for the ramble.